Why do we accept the choices and often act in the roles others expect of us? Micro-level theorists remind us that we all make choices every day, and we tend to make them rationally based on our own understanding of what's best. But we don't make those decisions all alone. Society is made up of interaction, and interaction is a process of give and take. Social exchange theory says that we may give up something willingly, knowing that we will get something back. We weigh the costs and benefits and make a choice. In our earliest socialization, we are sanctioned positively for conforming to socially acceptable role behaviors, and sanctioned negatively for deviating from them. We give power to authority figures because we know we'll gain more from obeying than fighting. Even in our most private, intimate, primary relationships, we change our behavior to get what we want, which may be selfish, as with this stereotypically sex-hungry man, or maybe for the sake of someone we care about. But change our behavior we do, even when we don't realize it. Putting on makeup and acting tough to fulfill a gender role is just one way in which we perform when we interact with others. Just as others' reactions shape our looking-glass self-image, we practice impression management to shape what others think of us. I hate wearing ties, but I'll wear one when I go to a job interview, because first impressions are everything, and I know that by acting in ways that our culture labels professional, I stand a better chance of getting a job. This can also include hiding aspects of myself that I don't want others to see. When Simba and Nala want to seem like good kids so they can go exploring, they put on an innocent smile. When Simba wants others to see him as tough and powerful, he acts the part. In life, we move between front stage, where we have an audience whose impressions we want to manage, and backstage, where we can be ourselves and prepare for our future performances. When we are in front stage, we put on our mask and we get embarrassed when the impression we're trying to give doesn't work. When we're alone or with certain close friends and family, we can be more comfortable backstage. When Simba is with his father, he can be backstage, putting aside his arrogant and tough performance. When he's in front stage, trying to act tough, he gets embarrassed by his mother's cleaning or Nala's superior strength. We even manage impressions with the money we spend. What sociologists call conspicuous consumption is performing with our purchases, buying the nice clothes or eating in the fancy restaurants, to give the appearance of having high cultural capital. Through impression management, we can re-socialize ourselves into the cultural roles we anticipate will be desired by a new group. We practice anticipatory socialization to be accepted by the person we want to date, or the friends we want to make, or the organization we want to join. But sometimes our choices are taken away from us. Total institutions are places where almost every action we take is controlled by someone who is watching and directing us at all times. Prisons, mental asylums, even religious monasteries and boarding schools may be total institutions. One of the key functions of such institutions is re-socializing individuals, from criminals into law-abiding citizens, or from private citizens into soldiers or monks. But the first step to complete re-socialization is degrading your old self, which is why many total institutions have an initial rite of passage of taking your clothes, your belongings, and even your hair. Degradation ceremonies may also force a role exit with verbal or physical abuse. Once your former self is ritually broken down, you are forced to perform like your peers, all in the same clothes and activities, kept from managing impressions the way you're used to. Like a child who first imitates their significant others, an anticipatory socialization of ourselves, total institutions change your behavior to fit into a new status, and if successful, this fake-it-till-you-make-it process will eventually be internalized into new values and self-image. The only distinct institutions we see in Lion King are the family and the formal hierarchy of king and subjects. And yet, Simba is re-socialized quite successfully by Timon and Pumbaa because he's no longer surrounded by those who know him as prince. After his initial culture shock, he learns their ways. In the next module, we'll look at the way in which people change their behavior throughout their lives, depending on what group they're in at that moment.